fear through Killarney. Now I'm back to hitching with the wind. But if Mickey Flynn should ever find me, I'll throw me caution all behind me and square off on that son of a bitch again. He cracked open a river too, he beat me Sunday through and through, danced a jig over my unconscious frame. I won me healthy sheriff fights, well lucky son, still have me life since Mickey Flynn beat me dumb and lame.
Hello, welcome back to the Chiefs Talk on the Always Next Year podcast. I am your host, Steve, accompanied by Shane as always. Shane, how are you doing today?
Doing well. I am at an all-time anxiety because it is the Red River rivalry. See, it's hard to say. You were right. I did stutter earlier.
You were mumbling. I couldn't really hear you.
Well, it's also because I'm incredibly pissed off. Like, I wake up angry on this Saturday every year. So we were recording during the second quarter of that game, but I just got an alert that said Texas picked off Jalen Hurts in the end zone. So right now, my anxiety is slightly lessened. So we are down just 7-0.
Yeah, much like me, I need to know where I'm watching the game. And if they lose, I can't watch it there. But you watching the game? They're
Came
losing.
Upstairs.
Go
Good
away from the
happen.
game. Good things happen. Yep.
Get pucks in deep.
Roll 4 lines. I'm always a fan of rolling 4 lines. So the Chiefs and the Colts Sunday night. I lost a lot of money on this. I was really just disappointed overall in the game, and I'm on the wrong box score. But it was frustrating to watch. That is Shane opening up a liquid death.
Liquid death.
Okay, yeah. Usually it would be me opening a beer, but no, it's not this time.
It was pre-show.
That was pre-show. But yeah, one, I need to get to the right fucking game, and two, why am I looking January 12th? It was just frustrating overall. I'm also gonna just say right now, I'm never watching a Chiefs game here at your house again.
Nor should you.
I'm very
Next time we are at Hazy's.
Yes. No,
I can't screw it up for you.
No, I had to watch it at home. You may join me at my place.
All right. Thank you for that. Like, just such a proper invitation. You may join me at my place.
But no, I have to watch all primetime games at home now. They are maybe 1 in like 10-ish. A little bit less probably when I watch it outside of my house.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I can't believe you risked that to watch that here. I take it back. When I was about to blame Andy Reid in 10 minutes when we got to that point.
You're just going to blame me.
I am going to blame your decision process. Had I known the stats there, the analytics behind that, I'm sorry, man. It's on you.
I am somewhat of an analytics guy, but now I couldn't do it. Analytics. True story. Doing a presentation in school, and I said analytics. Because I joked around about it so long, I was like, yeah. Like, just imagine like pronouncing a word like analytics wrong, like analytics.
Therapist, the rapist.
Yeah. But yes, all right. So that side tangent away. Yeah. So the Chiefs' run defense is terrible. Chiefs' defense is still pretty bad, but at the same time, they only held them to 19 points.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't get it. Chris Jones and Frank Clark going out, that I think was really like the true thing that really fucked in this game. But Frank Clark, like he was like our best run defender. It seems like, even though he's not getting the sacks, I said he was going to get 2 sacks, and he did not. I was wrong. Always here to admit when I'm wrong.
There you go.
But Chris Jones is a monster himself, and he goes out, and I think he might be out again.
I think he's out they thought they said for 2 weeks.
Yeah, which is a problem because they don't really have much besides Chris Jones and Frank Clark. I mean, Tano, he could come in, but I'm not sure. Like, that's not a guy you want to rely on right now.
Not for 60+ snaps a night.
Yeah. It's just not. It's not looking good right now for the defensive side of like stopping the run, and on the bright side, they're playing the Texans this week. I don't trust Carlos Hyde. I firmly there where I don't trust Carlos Hyde no matter how many rushing yards he has this year. And Duke Johnson is just screwing me over in fantasy, so I don't trust him either.
He's bizarre, man. He should be so much more valuable and productive than what he is. And I will continue to say, he's there with O'Brien, who is a moron. I have to credit LJ for one thing, is being correct about that. And that is all I will credit him for in life.
Is there any other team that wins more despite their coaching than the Texans?
Talking just NFL?
Yes, because I don't know much about college, or unless we're talking about other sports.
I was just talking about other sports too. I was trying to sit here.
Oh, then throw it out there.
Well, no, I was just asking because I hadn't started that thought process.
Yeah, well, you think about that.
Yeah, I'm just going to randomly scream a name out in the middle of whatever the next bit
Yes.
is here. But
yeah, so Chiefs game, Cam Irving literally tried to straight up just take off Patrick Mahomes' ankle, which is already hurt. Same ankle, everything. And I think that really hindered the team. Patrick Mahomes on a bum ankle is still better than half the quarterbacks in the league.
More than half.
Which is impressive. But it's still kind of hurting because you can see it. Like, he's trying to make these plays, but he can't really do it.
Yeah.
And, he's trying. There were a lot of drops, I feel like, by the receivers.
I don't think so.
Oh, well, we're watching two different games then,
I mean,
from two completely sides of the room.
two different sides of the room, one television, but clearly one of us was incorrect. But I don't know. Do you have the numbers up? I felt like I can only think of like two legitimate drops. I feel like there were a couple other just contested.
I do. I just have to go to the right screen.
Go for it.
And I'm struggling because I've been drinking since 9 a.m.
There you go. But yeah, I don't know. Obviously, the thing that makes Patrick Mahomes.
Drops. Oh, wait, no, targets.
They do.
Travis Kelce had 10 targets, 4 catches.
I'm sorry. Everyone, I'm sorry. I selected him as my offensive star. Every week I sit there and think, this is the week he breaks out. This is the week he breaks out. I also drafted him in the second round of my fantasy league, which is dumb.
It's actually not that dumb.
It's a good pick, but I did it, so it's dumb.
Still getting 11 points a game at least.
So, no. Non-PPR, man.
Oh, right. Yeah, our league
Because our league sucks.
freaking stupid.
Yeah.
I don't understand the points. I don't understand the points in our fantasy league, and I just disregard our fantasy league because of it.
Well, it's a $25 charity donation. So, really, at the end of the day, it is what it is. If I win...
Steph will pay. That's fine. She's just going to win.
She is going to win. She's absurd.
Yeah. We'll talk more about that in Whiskey Ramble. But overall, like, it just seemed like either they were drops or like they were in play and they just didn't make it good enough play.
That
I
agree
reach out enough. I just say it's a drop because
we'll call it a
they
drop,
dropped
then.
the ball on it.
I see what you did there.
Yeah,
play on words.
yeah.
Very lame with the puns, but I like it.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, that's just a tough game. And the Colts are a good team. I'm now gonna. We did backyards, beers, and footballs. And I said I was buying it on the Bills, and I'm kind of buying it on the Colts. Frank Reich.
I would too. He's a great coach.
Frank Reich is a great coach. I can't believe it. I thought he was just that guy there for Doug Peterson, but no, here he is.
No, he's
doing
really good.
really well.
And we're seeing some of that on the Eagles' side too, because we've lost some of the creativity there and some of the scheming and game planning offensively. Honestly, with both him and DiFilippo, we're kind of seeing some of the holes of Doug Peterson, and you start to see that work when you get Jacoby Brissett over there doing good things, and he's a really good coach. And he's not. I don't want to say he's working with a whole hell of a lot of talent over there. I mean, Marlon Mack's okay. Jacoby Brissett, I like. We've talked about that. We talked about that on Backyard Beers and Football.
Yeah, I like Brissett a lot.
And then obviously,
Garoppolo, spoilers. Marlon Mack is like.
I like Marlon Mack.
He's starting to come out, and I never trusted him before, and now I'm like,
why?
God, who the fuck's Marlon Mack?
All right, that's
yeah. I just didn't. I think he was like a 4th round pick. Like what 4th round pick is ever good? I just didn't think he would be able to carry the load, and he has. And it's the whole backup thing. Like, you always like the backup more. Like,
sure,
I've liked Nyheim Hines a lot more than Marlon Mack, but they don't need to use Hines as much because Marlon Mack is playing his game.
Yeah,
and
they're really nice complementary there.
Yeah.
The two of them, the running styles.
Yeah. Yeah, and Marlon Mack did kill almost 30 carries for 130 yards because the Chiefs cannot stop the run. I am officially joining you on the Steve
Welcome
Spagnuolo
aboard.
sucks.
I told you, man.
I thought it would be better than Bob Sutton, and here we are. They only give up 19 points, but still, you know, people were talking about the time of possession and everything. You know, the Chiefs still had opportunities, and Andy Reid kind of like messed it up. Patrick Mahomes' ankle kind of messed it up. Their offensive line is dead.
I will say, do you think so? It's weird. So much of what makes Patrick Mahomes great is the fact that he seemingly almost always makes something out of absolutely nothing. And when you extend how long these cornerbacks and defensive backs in general have to hold coverages because of a guy who can escape and move the pocket the way that he does, when you all but should have been sacked, that's incredibly difficult. Now, there are other times, like he didn't have any designed rollout passes for almost the entire second half. Like he had a couple times.
I feel like he hardly ever has like designed rollouts. It's just he does it.
I feel like he does.
You know the game better than I do.
So
I never played football.
but you are right. Most of the time when he's outside of the pocket, it is not necessarily by design.
Yeah,
but there are
improv.
There are definitely a handful of times a game where you're cutting off half the field and you're rolling out that way. And I feel like after that ankle and look, he came in with a not great ankle, and then obviously his ankle was demolished in the end zone there. Yeah. Thanks so much for sending me that GIF, as if I didn't need to rewatch it again.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
As, again, opposite sides of the room.
So yeah, not cool.
You gotta look at this. No,
right
I don't want to see it again.
Which I forgot about the next morning, and I was like, "Oh, Steve sent me something. What did he send me?" And then there's the ankle snapping in half. But I feel like Andy Reid's play calling just was as vanilla as it could possibly be. And look, I understand that you're out without Tariq. I understand what they didn't run the football fucking at all in that game. I feel like
they did. It just didn't do well. They've ran it about 14 times. 14 out of 54 plays ish.
Yeah, you got to have a better balance, especially with Mahomes.
You got to do a better job.
Time's yours. But look, you have to have a better balance, and you have to take some of that pressure off of Mahomes and that ankle. The fact that they could, it was just bad.
Shady didn't even have a carry, which I think is crazy.
He did not have one carry.
He had 0 carries.
He just had the one fumble on the one reception that he had.
2 catches on 2 targets, but he didn't have a single carry. And that's where I'm agreeing with you, where like you have Damian Williams, who I think is a very serviceable running back, and then you have Shady, who is on the downside of his career, but he knows Andy Reid, and Andy Reid knows him.
I still think if you give him the ball 15 times a week, I don't know that he stays healthy if you give it to him 15 times a week on the ground.
Yeah.
But I genuinely
think... He gets 70 yards.
What's that?
He gets 70.
70 plus, almost every week in a touchdown. Yeah. Like he is that good and he's that elusive. Yeah. And he never fumbles holding the ball that way.
Wow.
Except for that.
Well, only when he catches it, whether it be like an actual like catch or hook and ladder.
Or hook and
but it's just crazy that it's just I blame Andy Reid for this game. I will always, whenever there's a loss, 89% of the time I blame Andy Reid. There's the small 11 where I blame the defense. This one, the defense was truly bend don't break.
Yeah.
Even though their run defense was absolutely atrocious.
Got gashed.
Yeah, but Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes' ankle, you still get better. This is the game that made them miss Tyreek Hill. Because Sammy Watkins got hurt right before the game, it seemed like, and he was just, I think it was like the first play, and he was out.
Yeah, I don't even remember him being on the field at all.
Yeah.
What did he do?
I also didn't look it up. I just like, Sammy Watkins, of course he's going to get hurt. It happens. He's hurt.
I do vaguely remember that.
I don't know if he's ever played a full season.
I don't think he has.
Yeah. He's a great talent.
He really is.
But your best ability is availability.
Oh, that's cliche.
Oh, yeah.
We're going cliches here on Chiefs Talk.
Going cliches. But, it's... So, minus Tyreek Hill and Sammy Watkins, you go to... Byron Pringle. The Byron Pringle game.
What, he had like 115 yards, 110
yards?
6
catches, 103 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah.
And what did I say last week? That pinball play? Give Byron Pringle more snaps. He got them.
They did.
And he excelled with it. So, I'm really happy for that. Maybe I'll buy a Byron Pringle jersey. Which is crazy, how much I've clamored for Mecole Hardman and then Byron Pringle out of nowhere.
It makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah.
That's all right. I'm going to do the same thing on my Sixers show. I've been sitting here calling Zaire Smith the 7th best player in the NBA. Matisse Thybulle's coming for him, man. He is legit.
Yeah, all them steals or whatever.
It's absurd.
I didn't watch the game. I just was on Twitter and just saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All anyone talks about.
But yeah, this team needs Tyreek Hill. As crazy as
You need a game changer out there other than Pat Mahomes.
Kelsey kind of is as well.
No, he's not. Not when he's not without your top 2 receiving targets.
Okay, that's
he
fair.
isn't.
That's fair. But now we have a top 3 with Byron Pringle.
For certain.
But yeah, Tyreek Hill, he's questionable. I think he's a game time decision this week. And I think that just changes everything. I think they're going to play him, which I'm not 100% certain on if you should or not. I would rather him
be 100% or close to it.
Yeah. Even like if Watkins is out, then yes, sure, you put in Tyreek, but you limit his snaps.
Yeah, I think that would be smart.
Yeah, just don't do any end arounds or anything with that. You use it as the fake, obviously. But yeah, I'm just scared. I need the long term well being of Tyreek Hill on this team. And
you want AJ Green?
No.
You guys linked to him at all?
No. Who is linked to AJ Green? Like the Patriots?
Eagles.
Eagles?
Yeah, probably a no-name writer somewhere. But yeah, it gained enough traction.
Yeah, that was the thing. I sent it out to the podcast chat, and I said, "Where's LJ clamoring for Stephon Diggs to be traded to the Eagles?" He's like, "The Eagles don't need a receiver. They need a cornerback." And I'm like, I'm thinking, you just outscore the other team. That's all you need to do.
It's Chiefs' motto.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't work out this week.
Not this week. First time, you said, in Pat Mahomes' career that he didn't get 30 points, 28 points, whatever it was.
26, I think it is.
26 points.
Yeah, and it's absurd. Of course,
that's crazy.
Of course, that happened to the Colts. The Colts are just basically the bane of the Chiefs' existence, besides the Patriots in the playoffs. But the Colts are up there because it was quite some time ago.
You want to go through it?
No, I don't. Thank you. I don't.
You're welcome. Sparing the Chiefs listeners for it too.
Yeah. Let's go through our standout stars from last week and how they actually did. You had Travis Kelce at 120 yards and 2 touchdowns and 1 unsportsmanlike. He didn't have. I don't think he had an unsportsmanlike, but he was.
Did. Oh, he should have, but he didn't.
Yeah, I just think he was out of it. Like something pissed him off, and he just wasn't with the game. But he ended up with 4 catches for 70 yards. So you were wrong.
Very wrong.
I had Mecole.
0 for 1.
I had Mecole Hardman, 6 catches, 119 yards, a touchdown, and 3 rushes for 22 yards. This is where I'm hugely wrong. He had 4 catches for 79 yards, 1 rush, -6 yards. No touchdowns. I was wrong. Hand in the air. Always admit it. Defensively, you had Damian Wilson. I don't know why you took him. 6 tackles.
Because he had
2 for a loss, and a forced fumble or recovery. How did he do? Oh, God. Sorry. Other things come up when you're hovering over and stuff. Damian Williams had 12 tackles, but nothing else.
Well, 12 tackles is good.
Yeah, 7.
Someone had to make the tackles. I mean, half the defense went out.
Yeah, it's just 7 yards after the carry. I had Frank Clark 2 sacks. 100% was wrong. He got hurt. Okay, so I'll blame it on that. I'll attribute it to that. He had 2 tackles. Yep, and he had also 1 for a loss. So once he was out, there's no more for losses. But yeah, the overall tough game. Playing the Texans this week. How do you feel as a non-Chiefs fan, secondary Chiefs fan?
Secondary Chiefs fan, we'll go with.
You are now. You are now.
That's true. It's weird. I mean, for as much talent as the Texans have on both sides of the ball, really, I feel like it's impossible to genuinely fear them, and especially I feel like it's impossible to fear them coming after a disappointing loss. Like, I would find it very hard to believe that this Chiefs team and Patrick Mahomes, even a less than 100% Patrick Mahomes, comes out there and is flat like that again, and is just kind of. I mean, you said with Kelce that he just seemed just emotionally and mentally out of that game. I feel like that mood kind of fit the team. Like, I feel like Patrick Mahomes was pressing and trying to do things that he was physically unable to do on that night, and the rest of the team just kind of followed suit in that frustration. And I fail to believe that there is a world that happens in back-to-back weeks here with this Chiefs team. So I don't fear that the Texans, especially, it's obviously it's not like a revenge game, but you don't lose 2 weeks in a row. Like you just don't.
Yeah, Andy Reid always has a clunker. This was probably it against the Colts, but
yeah,
this will be that bounce back Andy Reid game where
Yep, where you put up 45 fucking points or something absurd.
Yeah, but this is also the Texans, so they might put up like 45 to 40 game. Take the over. I'm slightly concerned right now with the whole health of the team in general. The offensive line is all basically hurt. Patrick Mahomes' ankle, he says it's fine. Of course he'll say that. He says he can move around. Obviously he can move around. If Tyreek is legitimately healthy, that's a huge game changer if he's in. I just think they need to run the ball a little bit more than they did.
I agree.
Even give Shady some carries, even though I was trying to say that he was done like 3 weeks ago, and then he proved me wrong the very following week. It's just Byron Pringle's going to have another good game. Mecole Hardman's going to come out as well. I see this as a four touchdown game. Patrick Mahomes throwing. He's going to throw for 4 because he's got to come back. He only threw.
He didn't throw a touchdown.
He didn't.
I don't think so.
I just went away from it. He did. Byron Pringle.
Right, Byron Pringle.
How dare you? How dare you forget about Byron Pringle? Make me
second guess for a moment.
Yeah. But yeah, this is the game the Chiefs can win. It's just mainly because I don't trust Carlos Hyde, as I've already said, like more than a few occasions here.
Yeah, but
yeah,
you have no one in the defense.
Yeah, you're just gonna yawn through that.
I am gonna yawn through it. You have no one in the defense.
They do. I think you adjust
your
to it.
Your run game is just.
The Chiefs running game?
No, defensively.
Run defense, yeah.
It's not great.
If the Chiefs have 2 more outings like they did against the Colts against the run, I'm out on Spagnuolo. I'm out. I'm already like seesawing it between it, but it's like clamoring for me to say the Chiefs need to get a defense coordinator, which I was saying the past 2 years, and then they got one, and I don't trust them. It's like I can never like the coach of my favorite team.
That's a damn shame.
Yeah, it's despite them like Vigneault might be the exception here right now for the Flyers.
Isn't he a fucking breath of fresh air?
Yeah, it's 2 games in, but like at the same time, like this
just
is
him
an
in general.
opportunity. This is the opportunity. Like I liked Vigneault for 3 years, that was it. But like other than that, I can't think of a coach I've actually liked for my favorite team.
Laviolette.
Yeah, Lavi.
Okay, you said Vigneault again.
I did.
Yeah,
sorry.
I was like, what? Are we premonitioning right now? Or you're like year 4's the fall off year?
But yes, it seems like with Laviolette, it is. Yeah, year 4 is fallout year. Year 5 is you're screwed if he doesn't win. But every other sport that I've taken an interest in, never liked the coach. I liked Stevens for about a year for the Flyers. I liked Todd Haley at the time he was hired and then hated him. I was okay with Romeo Crennel being hired as the full-time head coach, which was completely misguided. But he beat that undefeated Packers team as the interim, so I was kind of stuck with it. And then I think that was the next year they went to Andy Reid, so screw me. It's never going to work out. Right now, I've loved Bob Sutton at the first like 4 years. And then like he just trailed off. I liked what he was doing. It was literally bend don't break, and then they just broke.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have much. Who you got for a stand? I'll start on offense.
All right. Going crazy here. Oh. Huge stat line. Going Anthony Sherman, 2 rushes for 6 yards, 2 touchdowns.
2 rushes, 6 yards.
6 whole yards.
2 touchdowns.
He's getting 2 goal line touchdowns.
I can't wait for
essentially goal line touchdowns.
I hope you're right. I really do. But you're not going to be.
No, I'm not.
I love Anthony Sherman. The Shermanator.
Sure. No, I'm only picking him because I can't.
In the league.
I don't want to screw anything up this week. That's all.
Anthony Sherman gets a concussion blocking.
Hey, it's one pancake block. Nailed it.
I'm saying Byron Pringle continues to produce. I'm saying he gets 4 catches,
One of us will be right.
4 receptions for about 88 yards, and a touchdown. So pick him up in fantasy. Who you got for defense?
I'm going with Tyrann Mathieu. So I'm going to go with 1 pick, 6 tackles. One of those will be for a loss. I think that there's going to be like some invincibility feeling over there for Watson, who I think is good, but I think is overrated.
I don't agree with that.
I love him.
I don't think he's overrated. I think he's like perfectly rated.
When he's on, he's disgusting. But all right, I will restate slightly. I think that he's overrated given the offensive scheme and his coach. I don't think that he can ever consistently be anything consistent.
I disagree with you already. I think he's performing despite his coaching.
All right, well.
like he's doing well. Just imagine with a better coach.
I am imagining it. It's scary.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's not overrated. He's just perfectly rated.
All right. Well.
I was going to take Honey Badger as well because this is his revenge game against the Texans, and he had that tweet out that said, like, they didn't think anything about me or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm misquoting
Paraphrasing it, yeah.
100%. But I am going to take... Trying to think. It's the Texans. I am going to go with... I can't say Hitchens. I can't say Wilson. We go with Tano.
Okay. We just said that we can't trust him for 60-plus snaps a game. But
no,
sure.
I'm going with him. He's going to get at least a sack, and I'm going to get 4 tackles. But it's going to be a very crucial sack.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, that's who I got.
All right, well, I like
I'm going to regret this, and if when I do, I just blame it on the alcohol I drank before the show. Let's go with our rookies from last week. Rookies of the week. You had Gardner Minshew, and you were 100% on point. You just missed a rushing touchdown. That's all you missed.
There you
That's
go.
literally all you missed. You had 315 yards for 2 touchdowns passing, and he had 374 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. So, good call by you.
Thank you, sir.
Who you got this week?
All right, I'm going to go way off here. So we've been taking quarterbacks and such for the majority of these weeks, I feel like, right?
This is true. I think we have, yeah.
I'm going with a receiver who cannot at all crack the field.
You're going Arcega-Whiteside.
I am going J.J. Arcega-Whiteside.
Arcega.
I'm going with
hold on. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Okay.
Whiteside.
All right. What's your stat line?
All right, so I'm going to say that he comes in. He gets 6 catches for 67 yards. I'm going to say so nothing crazy, but I am going to say that he gets the game-winning touchdown for the Eagles late in the 4th.
For capitalized GW there.
There you go. He has been for any of you Chiefs fans who don't watch the Eagles football. You shouldn't.
I'm sure they do.
Well, maybe. He has been bad and irrelevant this year. So in his limited action, he's been bad, and then the rest of the time he's 100% irrelevant and can't get on the field. So much so that a guy who prefers special teams and Matt Collins is on the field as a receiver.
He just wants to contribute,
him.
all right?
He just wants to contribute.
Way blown out of proportion.
I
don't trust Matt Collins.
Nor should anyone. But
that's why I'm so grateful to be a Chiefs fan. You know, we have the Byron Pringles of the world.
Byron Pringles.
To
Yeah,
do
so
well in
you're
special
deep.
teams and then get 100-yard days
impressive.
and catching, yeah.
Right? But look, Deshaun's not playing again. Defenses have essentially found a way to take Ertz out of the offense right now, similarly to what you're seeing with Travis Kelce with the amount of injuries to your wideouts that you've kind of gone through in the last, week and a half, 2 weeks, whatever it's been.
Yeah.
You know, and then there's Alshon, and then there's Matt Collins.
Alshon's definitely not healthy.
Alshon's not right. And then Aguilar is just completely fallen out of graces once a freaking again with
He needs
this team.
Deshaun back, and then he'll be good.
100% agree. He absolutely needs a speed receiver to open things up for him.
Yeah.
But so long as that's not there,
he's not going to be an Eagle next year. But he's
He's
going to
not.
do well where he goes.
I believe that as well. So long as there's a speed guy on the outside.
Yeah. He'll go to the Patriots.
So he very well may. Who knows, man? But yeah, I think this is the week where, with again a less than 100% Alshon, and I just never trust Matt Collins with anything, and then Ertz and Aguilar essentially being, for one reason or another, irrelevant. It kind of leaves you with running the football
and J-Jaw.
And I'm not going to do that.
J-Jaw.
All right, Connor. Whiteside. Arcega Whiteside.
Arcega Whiteside.
Yeah, we got to mispronounce both sides of it.
Okay.
So,
my standout was Kyler Murray, and I guess 350 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown, and 69 rush yards. I was wrong on the yards rushing. Or, no. I was wrong on the passing yards. He only had 250, and he had no touchdowns. But he had 93 rushing yards and a touchdown, and they won. So I will count that as a win as well for me.
Chalk that up.
Chalk that up as a win for me as well. I need to look at the schedule. I was trying to do this before it, but I didn't. Jets, Chargers, no with them. Houston, Washington. I'm going to go with McLaurin against Miami. McLaurin. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. McLaurin gets 11 catches for 122 yards and 1 touchdown. It's the Dolphins. Redskins. It's the worst game of the century.
Do the Jets play the Dolphins?
No, it's Redskins Dolphins.
No, I'm saying at all this year, because that would be a significantly worse game at this point.
Are you serious with that question? Do the Jets play the Dolphins?
That's retarded. Oh my god! Twice a year, Shane.
Twice a year.
So yeah, you'll have 2 more games.
Sam Darnold will be back from the kissing disease.
Would you come back with that offensive line and that team? Nope. I'd go kiss another disease something.
Not until Gase is gone. I'm not coming back.
That's 100% correct.
But yes, that's why the Jets will get a win this year.
Hibbler just asked that question.
Neither can I.
I feel like I'm very unqualified to be on the show for the remainder of time.
Like I said, I've been drinking before the show, and
I don't know.
You asked the question, and I caught on to it.
I don't understand.
I almost didn't, but I did.
I don't understand how I'm the sober one in every one of our segments, and I always sound like I'm just out of my mind.
I couldn't tell you that.
Unbelievable.
Just recommend the bourbon that you have downstairs.
It's delicious.
So we're kind of flip-flopping here, but last week we did score predictions for the Chiefs-Colts. Shane had 42-23, obviously wrong.
Not a good pick.
I had 31-20, obviously wrong. I hate it, but we were both wrong. Score prediction, Chiefs-Texans.
I got a 34-31 Chiefs.
Ooh, 34-31. You think it's going to be that big, that close?
No, I think it's going to be a late touchdown from Houston.
Cover the spread. Okay. Meaningless touchdown to cover the spread.
What is the spread right now?
I honestly don't know. I don't want to look at it. I don't even want to look at betting right now.
Yeah, not a great week.
Terrible week. Talk more about that on Whiskey Ramble, where it's just going to be depressing but entertaining.
Yeah, it's some massive self-loathing from both sides of the table is going to occur in that one.
I am taking 30-24
Okay.
Chiefs. It's going to be a close game. These are both really good offenses, despite Texans having a bad coach. I will always say that Bill O'Brien's a bad coach. The team wins, despite of them, in spite of them.
In spite.
I've been saying despite. Why you?
Because you haven't been saying despite.
I have.
You've been saying in spite.
I have?
Yeah.
Shit. I don't
Well
know
done.
Well, okay, good. I knew English, apparently. But yeah, I'm taking 30-24, and I think it's a very close game. This game could actually go to overtime.
That's a prediction. I do not think it will, but okay.
I think it could. With the Texans just pounding the ball, which is what every team, like the quote-unquote blueprint to beating the Chiefs is keep the Chiefs
offense off the field.
Yes, and hurt Patrick Mahomes, and also just break his ankles. Yeah, force their offensive lineman to break his ankle.
It's true.
So, that's what scares me. J.J. Watt is a freak.
Still.
I don't get it, but yeah, he is. And I don't really know many other players on their defense now. Clowney's gone. Anybody else noteworthy? Honey Badger's gone.
Honey Badger's gone too, yeah.
He's the chief now. Thank you.
Yeah, hey, thanks. There are. And I'm blanking on names right now.
But they have Romeo Cornell as their defensive guy, so I don't think he's technically the defensive coordinator. I think he's like assistant head coach and defensive like something
Specialist of some sorts.
Yeah, they gave that coordinator role to somebody else, I think. At least it was last year. But yeah, Romeo Cornell is a fantastic defensive coordinator. He's not a head coach. Never hire him as a head coach. Never even think about saying that will be a good idea because I lived it. It was terrible. Lived it.
I think it's hard for defensive-minded guys to be successful head coaches in the NFL right now.
No, you know what's hard? It's that like Steve Wilkes in Arizona. He got fucked over completely. Like he only got a year, and somehow the GM still kept his job. Like I don't know how that happened. It's just, I understand a defensive guy coaching. Like, Dan Quinn's going to get fired this year. Hot take. Mark that down.
Dan Quinn.
Dan Quinn gets fired this year. Okay. And what is today's date? It's the 11th?
12th.
Is it?
I don't know. No, it is the 11th.
No, it's the 12th. You're right.
Damn. That's what I get for second guessing myself.
Yeah. So, Dan Quinn gets fired. 10-12. Steve take. The Steve take of the week. Well, we should do that.
Take of the week.
Steve take of the week.
Steve's take of the week.
Dan Quinn's getting fired this year, and but no, I appreciate like defensive guys like the Washington Redskins. They're gonna end up hiring like Marvin Lewis or someone or some defensive guy that had a shot and failed utterly.
No,
but it's just not gonna work out. Washington's not gonna be able to hire anyone unless it's like a Marvin Lewis.
They have to find an offensive mind, and they have to find an offensive mind who believes in Haskins because they invested a fucking first-round pick in him. As dumb as that possibly could have been. Because he's an awful quarterback.
Oh, no, I'm writing it down. Steve Take, Part 2.
Steve Take, Part 2.
Marvin Lewis is coaching the Redskins next year.
Okay.
I can see it. I can see it.
All right.
All right. I'm probably going to be 100% wrong in both of these, but
I don't know. I can't wait to revisit these next year.
I know these are written down. They're set in stone.
See, I just started taking notes down and stuff during Crossing Borders for all the ridiculous shit that Connor says.
And you can't read them, right?
What's up?
And you can't read them, right?
No, I can when I write in an actual notebook. Can you read it?
Is this a notebook?
Let's see. What does it say?
Prince Eon! Exclamation point.
Oh, yeah, no,
$19.
that definitely can't. Those are textbooks for the semester.
I was going to say, are these bills? Because like, that reads like Amazon. Yeah. Shane's handwriting is terrible.
It's not great. Bad penmanship. We've never put that on a resume.
That's all I'll do about it. Okay. Had someone apply for the job of my position, and they said, good penmanship.
In 2019.
Yeah, good thing to have. All right.
Great thing.
All right. Any final thoughts on Chiefs Texans this week?
I would say be wary if you're betting with Chiefs this week. The one thing I would say is so long as that over under is like 42 to 46 and a half somewhere in there. Okay, that's
absurd. The Chiefs over under with Patrick Mahomes I think has never been below 50. Maybe the first couple weeks.
Pretty sure we got it at 46 and a half twice.
Okay, well you were looking when I wasn't.
Yeah.
But I just can't imagine why you would post the over under around like under 50.
Take the over. The spread on this one would make me nervous.
Yeah. I'm not sure about the spread, and I don't want to open up my gambling
we can't
addict app. Yeah. Yeah. So
gambling.
My only other final thought would be my takes are going to be right. I'm 0-0 takes. Actually, no. I'm pretty good. Carlos Hyde getting cut, I was right. Or traded, I was good. Carlos Hyde was not going to be a Chief. That was correct.
Honestly, it's pretty impressive so far.
Yeah, my random predictions actually kind of work out. Maybe I should just not even look and just randomly predict.
That's it. Just sit here and just off the dome right when it happens.
I see two things. Yep. George Kittle being great in fantasy. That's going to happen. I saw him in 2 plays in preseason.
Nailed it.
All right. Yeah, so that'll be this for the Chiefs Talk show on the Always Next Year podcast. I keep stuttering when I try to say the Always Next Year podcast for some reason.
That's all right.
Please follow us.
Take a stab at it.
All right. If you're in the Philadelphia area and you are interested in catering for watching the Chiefs game because you have the NFL ticket like a smart man, try Just Food. 215-794-FOOD, 215-794-3663.
Nailed
I
it.
got the number. They have very delicious food. They will cater all of your needs. Asian Rob is our go-to guy there. Treat yourself, take it home. This is the best ad I will ever give for them, because I don't think I will ever try it again. Other than that, let's go Chiefs. Everything will do well. Follow us on Twitter at ANY Podcast. Like, subscribe, follow Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher.
Spotify, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, Google Play.
We're on iHeartRadio. We're making it up there now.
We're up there. I think there's someone else or somewhere else too, but
yeah, Apple iTunes, the obvious.
yes.
All right.
Definitely provide reviews.
Provide one single review.
Are we merging or not?
Provide one single review, and Shane will have to sing Wagon Wheel on Instagram.
What?
Yes. We have to be right close to that number.
We're not.
You're just lying.
I am totally not.
The other side note of this at the end of the show is there's a potential merger going on of shows here at the Always Next Year podcast. We could condense the Chiefs talk show into a segment on backyard beers and football.
Yeah.
Please let us know if you like this show or you would like to just see it added on to backyard beers and football, which I had a very good time joining this week. We finally got a third mic. I'm able to sit down and join in.
Not pass microphones back and forth.
Yeah.
Very
So-
unprofessionally.
Yeah. So let us know. It's something we're thinking about. But at the same time, let us know.
Yeah, we're not married to it, but the Backyard Beers and Football, for any of you guys who have listened, had started out as primarily a second Eagles show that was a little lighter than what the Kelly Green Hour was. They're very stat-based and just recap-based and things like that. Pretty standard, similar to what we are here, just without the personality. And Rob and I had wanted to do something a little bit different. And each week we kind of gravitate more and more towards the rest of the NFL as well. So we may start talking Eagles and Chiefs and the NFL, and then a couple of the interesting side bits that we have there as well. Some advice columns and mail bags and mail take bags and things of the sort. So if you want the Chiefs talk show to stand on its own still, please let us know. If we hear nothing from you, we're merging this shit. So speak the fuck up.
Yep, pretty much what Shane said. He's the leader of this podcast, the host of Backyard Beers and Football, and I'm the host of Chiefs Talk and Whiskey Ramble, and I don't think I'm a very good host.
You're fine. I would actually prefer to not have a true traditional host of Backyard Beers and Football.
Yeah.
I think we should all just talk.
Yeah, that is a show. It's like, me, exactly. I actually drink beer during it, so,
Thank you. I just drink water out of cans that look like beer.
And say liquid death.
Liquid death.
Side ad spot, apparently.
Yeah, we're not. Also, it's terrible water. I don't know how you screw water up.
Why do you drink it?
Because it was like $40 a case.
What?
I don't think it was that much, but I think it was like $15 for a case, which is absurd.
And you were just called on to the name. Because I would have been. I 100% would have been.
Yeah, for sure. No, it was an ad spot on a different podcast that I listened to, and I was like, screw it. I'll take a look.
Okay.
I looked at the can, and I was like, oh, that's badass. Why not? So I got it, and
yeah, well, that's it for the Chiefs Talk show.
that's it, yeah.
We will potentially see you next time, probably next week, unless we do this merger. Please reach out again. Let us know your thoughts. You want the Chiefs on their own, or you just want to add it into Backyard Beers and Football? It just might be a longer show. Thank you, and we'll catch you next time. Next show is Whiskey Ramble.
A fighting man I used to be, revered and feared through Killarney. Now I'm back, hitching with the wind. But if Mickey Flynn should ever find me, I'll throw me caution all behind me and square off on that son of a bitch again. He cracked open a river too, he beat me Sunday through and through, and such over my unconscious frame. I won me healthy sheriff fights, well lucky son still had me life since Mickey Flynn beat me dumb and lame.